Well, the last little errand done. It is 4:45. Wow, 4:45. I'm just getting done. I was picking up the leaflets, door knocker things that Kelly had made up for the open house here in Ohio. I was picking them up. I was planning on actually distributing them this afternoon, but that's a pothole. That fell apart pretty quick. We just got done late, and then I had to get running around and really, I don't even know what the hell I did for the past hour and a half, but I ended up over Big D's picking up stuff that has to go back to the track and also has to go back to Ontario. So got that done. I had to make an order for Oak Grove for the horses. I had to line up the transportation for a horn player to head down to Kentucky. I spoke to Stacy Chiodo. We had bought the filly Stay Special off of her. She's going to be on her way back to Northfield Park very soon. Also talked to Tim earlier on this afternoon about his horse that is racing on Thursday, and I'll be reaching out. That's a horse there where we don't have to move super fast, but I would like to get it done. If he races well and doesn't win, obviously, if he wins, that really changes the dynamic of what we wanted him for. He has 3 wins. He fits in the number as a 4, but then fits in it for quite a while in a claimer with money. I think it's a good path to be on and a decent horse to pick up. These aren't great horses. Stay Special might be a nice horse down the road, but we want her for, if she can't go right now, then at least some point in the near future. She's got speed. She is a maiden. She's going to do us some good. This horse at Tim's, again, not a killer. They're condition claimer types, but they're going to fill up what we need them to do. You look at the situation with Era of Love, it's a good situation to be in down there. Those horses aren't Kings County, right? They're not Patrick the Piranha, but they serve a purpose, and as I say, they're kind of like foot soldiers for us. Not the same kind as the winter ones. Well, I guess a little bit different situation, same type of horse, I suppose. Yeah, they are. So, but I want to bring you guys a video. Enough about what we did. I'll talk to you guys later on tonight. I'm sure Stay Special will be sold out by tomorrow morning, and if she's not, I too reserve the right to buy a big chunk of Stay Special. I'm just letting you know, same as I let you know with Era Love. Now, you beat me to it with Era Love, but same type of thing. These are the horses that, they're nice pictures on the wall. They're fond memories, and they can do us some good in the short term. They're not long-term projects. Maybe the Stay Special filly a little bit longer than normal, but I think there's something there. I know after talking to Stacy, very nice lady, by the way, after talking to her about this particular filly, one of those situations where thought she was a killer, just couldn't keep her sound, and ended up her partners wanted to sell. So we've been in that situation. We know all about that. So how did the sets go today? You guys saw them. They were fantastic. I was really, really impressed. Quite frankly, there's 2 horses I want to train tomorrow, and I'm not even that angry at them. It's not like, I'm going to show them. No, not really. Prince Charmer just acting up. My God, he got big. He's just acting up, and they'll head check him. There's no reason not to have him. He's going to get a head check on tomorrow. I'm going to train him in 20 or 25, and he'll be perfectly fine. And then Cherahola, I think it's just a matter of somewhere between what we took off her and what she has on now, somewhere either back to there, or somewhere towards there. We'll find. I noticed her head was up high. I'm going to put a martingale on her tomorrow, put the head pole back on her, put the bell boots back on her, and if I can't train her in 220 minimum, I will eat. I was going to say the steering wheel, but it's a new steering wheel. I don't want to eat the steering wheel. At the end of the day, I think 3 horses I thought had lackluster performances today, and I'm not mad at any of them. You saw Cherahola acting up on Joey a little bit, Prince Charmer making the breaks and the turns, just being a goof on Derek, and then Oh Snap You pulled up in the last turn. So did Blanton's Blue also, but that's just green stuff. None of those 4 horses are in any sort of trouble. I just want to get the work into the first 2, and the other guys just got to be on your toes. No more coming first over with them. Sit them in along the rail, like Jason did today with Pickpocket. If you guys remember, I don't know if it was videoed. It wasn't videoed, so you wouldn't remember. Pickpocket kind of blew the turn last week, and I'd said to Jason, hey, stay left with him in the last turn today. He did. The horse looked amazing, and that's just what you have to do. That's not what you always have to do, but you have to. There's a difference. Let the horse finish up strong so that they want to finish up strong. You know, it's just that Oh Snap You and Blanton's Blue, they knew how to get out of their work a little bit. They knew that we were starting to pour the coal on, and they were starting to pace hard and trot hard. And just being a green colt, look for a filly, look for a way out. They won't do that always, and when you cover them up, they certainly won't. I have no problems. The 4 horses I just mentioned, I have no anger, or I was not upset with them in any way, shape, or form. So let's talk about the sets. First set, Cowboy by the Sea, obviously. 2 pacers and with trotters. They finished 1-2, and they were smoking. As much as I thought Cowboy by the Sea was awesome, Venice Blue Chip, she looked pretty freaking good. Derek cut her loose on the far outside, and she was flying at the wire. And now I am talking about flying, because we're in a jog card coming half of 104. Venice Blue Chip came on what? 102? 103? She was amazing today. Very, very good. But the whole set was right there. Gypsy Hill, Irresistible Sun, and Royal Emeralds were all a length from me going under the wire. Just a great set. Everybody right there together. Second set, much of the same affection. Yeah, she's getting smarter now. She's starting to run away from that head pole. I think what we'll do is we'll swap that head pole out for maybe 2 line poles and see how she likes that. The whole point of this exercise, keep her straight. I don't want her running in, I don't want her running out, I want her focused on straight ahead, and that's the whole plan here. Oh Snap You kind of drifted out and interfered with, didn't really interfere, but definitely caused some confusion in the middle of the pack. I snuck through with Sweeney to get up for second, but really don't care, was very, very good. And you know, we were joking after Jason said I could have went around 5 more times. He's probably right. He probably could have went around 5 more times, and I wasn't going to beat him. Sweeney's a nice colt, but really don't care. I think she's amongst the top of the top here at the stable on both sides of the border. Quite frankly, I was second with Sweeney. Affection was right there. I'm Fancy like got jammed up in behind Oh Snap You, come charging back through the middle, and then Joey. Once she backed up, Joey let her, and I'd rather not do that either. But Joey's just such a nice guy, and such an old school horseman for a young kid. A good guy, and Oh Snap You's lucky she had him today and not me. I can tell you that. But I'm not worried about Snap in the least. Third set went out, man. Green Tea, when he even remotely behaves, he just looks so talented. He effortlessly, and I mean effortlessly, laid them to waste today, and well in the grips and under wraps going under the wire. Just looked very, very good. But in fact, a lot of horses in the set, and Tilly's Hanover did his work well again. The only horse was Cherahola, was back a little bit. I'll correct that tomorrow. It's not really worried about Cherahola. No Chance in Hill looks like he's really coming on. Jason had him looking very, very good today. Southwind Digit, very odd. That is not how I go. With Digit. I kind of save sprint where Joe had her kind of out and grinding along, really out of her depth. But that's good. I want her to look at Training Miles, and I was going to say races, but Training Miles in a different light. I want her to get a bunch of different looks, and the look she got today was very foreign to her, and there's nothing wrong with that. I thought she went good in her mile. So I won the set with Green Tea. No Chance in Hill and Tilly's Hanover were 2-3 right beside each other. Just behind them was Digit and Victory, and then back a little bit was Cherahola. As I said, I'll fix that tomorrow. Fourth set, Electric Line. I quietly, you guys can kind of get the vibe I'm giving. Him and Third and Six have got to pull it together and start. It's not even that they're not training good. Third and Six doesn't look like he's ready to be a racehorse. He still looks like that little butterball that we broke in October. So I'm waiting for him to start toning up like a racehorse. And Electric Line was much better today. Now, was that the cryoing of his hind sesamoids? I hope so. I hope it was. We'll know soon enough what it was, but or whether it was or not. But Electric Line was very good. So Electric Line was good in there. Mel Gibbswan and Mel Gibbs Swan and Alibaba just looked very, very, very good. I interfered with Electric Line, made a little break lead, but it wasn't his fault. There again, they just have to be out there. They had these trucks all over the infield and people walking around with all these fluorescent shirts on like they were, working in a construction site. They were cutting grass and leveling the ground. I mean, it wasn't rocket science. So, but it scared him. He saw somebody walking towards him. I don't think it was the truck or even the gator or backhoe or whatever the hell they had in there. Something kind of startled him, and he just kind of stopped quick and interfered with Leveque in action. She come back and trotted a great mile also. The only horse that did not know was wandering still. I said, okay, guys, she wanders all of it. Just put an open bridle on her and you jog her from now on. Jog her the right way of the track with the open bridle on. Let's start getting her buttoned down a little bit, okay? So did not know. Speed-wise, she's been in 25, 30, but mentally, she's in like the 45 stage. Like she has a lot to learn, that filly, about everything going on. So Alibaba was awesome. Mel Gibbs Swan, very good. Very impressed with Electric Line. 3rd and 6th was good. Leveque in action was good. The only horse, Prince Charmer run, but as I said, I'll fix that tomorrow. And did not know was back a little bit. No unexpected stuff went on there except for the break from Prince Charmer. But as I said, I'm not concerned about that. No concerns yet as we head into set 5. Horse set really, really looked good today. Memory and Imagination come first over. A good last half to get up and beat Purple People Eater. Joey might be right. Purple People Eater might be the better filly. I don't know yet. Every week it's Oh Snap You and Sedona Hill and Purple People Eater. Which one's the better one? We're going to have to find out by July the 1st. But as of April 25th, there's no definitive leader right now. From week to week, any one of those 3 fillies can jump up. So Memory and Imagination was awesome. I should have pulled the shoes to the outside. I had to force her to the left, and she got touching her knee and got out of gear down the stretch. But that's good also. Again, put them in uncomfortable spots so they are not uncomfortable when they're racing, and that is the main reason I didn't go to the outside with her. I wanted to put her in a very uncomfortable position to see what she'd do. That same move, she made a break on me 3 weeks ago, so she is learning for sure. So Memory and Imagination was awesome. Purple People Eater was awesome. Pull the Shoes was awesome again. Sedona Hill and Born to Dance were both right there, and both were very strong in the last half and the last quarter. I like all 5 horses in that set. Come out in the 6th. Darryl ripped the whip, but I stepped on my whip starting out of there. I had no whip with Vaquero Blue Chip. That was just him doing his work. That's how far that colt has come along. You might say, oh, well, you don't need a whip. These aren't race horses. Sometimes to put them in gear and keep their attention, you do got to tap on them. Not this guy today, because I didn't have one. That was all business. Paycheck Princess looked great in the set also. Nicola Hanover. Militant, first day with a head pull on. You might see him grabbing that left line when he's laying on top of that head pull because he never had it on before. He needs to get a little more work in him with that. And Sunset Acres Girl was just behind them. And I know it kind of bummed Darryl out. I hear him say, well, she's just not quite as good as them. Well, the good news is none of them will be racing in Michigan this summer. I can guarantee you it. So I watched her gait today too, Sunset Acres Girl. I think we can start changing things on this filly a little bit. She may become a little more fluid. I like her gait. I like the way she's trotting, but it just seems like she struggles when she's getting into a higher gear. So I'm going to think about it. I'm going to look at the video a couple more times, keep an eye on her gait. I'm going to look at her closely again tomorrow and see if we can make a few little changes that might help her. But truthfully speaking, there doesn't really need to be that much help given to Sunset Acres Girl. She's still in what I would maybe arrogantly consider way ahead of her class right now. By her class, I mean, the Michigan class. She has to be. She's training with horses that are simply bred much better than her. For her to be doing what she's doing is astonishing some days from day to day. And, the fact that she was 2 lengths behind those horses with a good last half and a good last quarter, certainly in no way, shape, or form, a knock on her or a negative towards her. And then the last set, almost, there's some power in there. Lover's Play, I didn't realize I hung on until I just watched the video as I was sitting in the parking lot back there. Lover's Play held on. Arson was coming. Derek was just sitting on him. But I think, truthfully, when you look at the set, there was a couple of takeaways. Blanton's Blue can't be first over. I like that Joey put him right into the action, but his default, that little voice is still in his head somewhere, just whispering in his ear to do something wrong. When they get to that last turn and you start to really push on the gas, sometimes they wander. Even a good horse like Pickpocket did it last week. They will wander and kind of pause. But you can't pause coming a half and 4 and 5, a quarter and 32, 33 seconds in the jog cart. There's no time to pause because while you're pausing, the other horses are gone. Now you have to come a quarter and 30 seconds to catch up, and that's not going to happen. So the things that impressed me the most, so Blanton's Blue wasn't bad, little bit, but wasn't as bad as I seen him. That's not, first over's not his thing. So just train him accordingly, I guess. I thought that Lover's Play was very, very impressive. Arson was great again. I saw him pacing right through the wire, right through the turn. He's getting better and better and better. But I have to be honest, I liked the blue chip horse. I liked the activation horse, but the horse that really caught my eye was Pickpocket. If you go back and watch the sets and then watch where Pickpocket came from, watch how hard he's trotting around the last turn, down the lane, under the wire, after the wire, through the turn. That's one hell of a horse. I think Lover's Play is going to be a very, very good horse for us. I've made my picks, and now we're getting very close to May 1st, and I'm going to mark all the horses, and I'm going to give you a top 10 overall as of May 1st. So it won't be May 1st. It will be on Saturday. But I can tell you right now, Pickpocket, near the top. I would say Lover's Play will make the list. She looked exceptionally good today, but when I watched the set, I'm sitting behind Lover's Play, and I know how good she was. But as I watched the set, the horse I'm watching is Pickpocket. He looked scary good. So, all the horses in Ohio were on great display today because, as I said, those 4 horses that really had a lackluster day, you may not even have noticed Blanton's Blue try to pull up a little bit, right? You certainly probably did with Snap You, but that's stupid stuff. Stay along the rail, stay covered up on a helmet, just don't be first over. There, fixed. I'm not worried about those 2 at all. Prince Charmer, head check tomorrow, and he will train very hard tomorrow, and he will look great doing it. And Chirahola, I think the same. Every single horse that we went with today is getting closer, and quite frankly, a number of them are well ahead of what we expected they'd be. Truthfully, tell the truth. If you watch them in December, January, February, there's a number of the horses that are doing good things right now. You're like, wow, that horse really come a long way, and just very proud of the horses and the work that our caretakers and our riders and our trainers have put in. They've just done an exceptional job. They've done their job. It's what they've done, but they've done it exceptionally. So a great day from Ohio. As I said, we picked up a horse. I see the shares popping up, moving every 2 seconds on here. So there's certainly no slam dunks, but at the same token, I like what I see in this filly. I've been watching her for a few days. Thought we'd get her a little bit cheaper, to be honest. But it's okay. It's no problem at all. I just want to have useful horses wherever we go, and it looks like we're off to a flying start in Oak Grove, and I want to keep that going. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I am done now. Done for the day. I suppose I could give you an update later on. We'll see how What a Mission and Columbus do. They're both almost 10-1, or one of them is 10-1. No cakewalks tonight, but we'll try and keep them in hand as they have a Buckeye Series race coming up next week. So with that, I'll let you go. Hope you guys had a great day. We will talk very soon.